Please subscribe and don't forget to press the bell icon to get notified whenever we upload a new video.
You know, these are live pictures that we've got. I just want to move from the story of scams to the story which was supposedly very, very mysterious till 24 hours back. And these are live pictures coming of the dead body of Sridevi, which has just landed now here in Mumbai. These are live pictures that we're getting from the Mumbai airport. Her family members are all there. Her daughter is there. Boney Kapoor, Anil Kapoor, all of them. And I'm sure that there must be many other members of the film fraternity. And what a ride it's been. What a turbulent 24 hours it has been for the family members, for the well-wishers of Sridevi. As we look at these pictures, truth be told, I myself was left quite shocked by the manner in which this entire story really played out. From suggesting that there was some mystery behind her death to looking for motives to whatnot, I think sections of the Indian media have not covered themselves with great glory. We have tried to stick to facts, and the simple fact is that the authorities in Dubai, perhaps unlike authorities in India, have stuck to the rule book. They've stuck to the rule book and they've ensured that whatever was the protocol, whatever was the law, was being followed and was being implemented right down to the last T. Chaitanya is there from Mumbai airport. Chaitanya, is there any politician also there who's present from the ruling establishment at the airport just to ensure that all the arrangements, all the security is beefed up? Chaitanya? Okay, we'll try and reconnect with our reporter, but we'll just stay with these pictures. Maybe we can thank all our panelists for joining us on Viewpoint. Thanks so much for joining us. The story of whether Nirav Modi can be brought back or not, of course, will be a story which will be tracked very, very closely. But I think this story of Sridevi and how her last day actually went about and how the media looked at her last 24 hours, I think it says a lot. It says a lot about how sometimes in the quest to get to the bottom of truth, sometimes some sections of the media end up really crossing the thin red line. Chaitanya is there. Let's just go to and listen to Chaitanya's report. Okay, so there, Sridevi's dead body now here, and there is some clarity at least. There is some clarity at least about the reasons, about the circumstances which led to her death. The latest coming in is that her funeral will now take place at 3:30 p.m. tomorrow. I'm sure the entire country would be joining her family members, her near and dear ones, in wishing and praying for the peace of her departed soul. It has been a roller coaster ride. There is no doubt about that for her family members, as one waited to see the final report coming from the public prosecutor to the Dubai cops. All kinds of possibilities were spoken about. Thankfully, all that is over. Sridevi is back here. Her dead body is back in India, and all those who have perhaps spent an entire generation with her. I remember looking at Sridevi as a school child, and I remember the kind of impact which she had, all the way to iconic movies like Chandni, Lamhe, and all the way to English. Sridevi has been a star who's really been unparalleled, and she really started working at a very, very early age. So for Sridevi's last day to have been covered, the manner in which it has been covered, I think will certainly lead to a lot of questions. It will certainly lead to a lot of questions. What we'll do is we'll slip into a short break here. When we come back, we'll stay with those live pictures when we come back on the other side of this short break and give you more updates about what lies next in the saga of Sridevi. Have all ends been covered? Have all bases been covered? Is there still something more about the Sridevi story? We'll try and bring you up to speed with the facts about what happens tomorrow, where will the cremation be held. If you're in Mumbai, if you're anywhere in India, if you want to go and if you want to offer, maybe make a last wish for the peace of her soul, well, where should you be going? We'll give you all those answers on the other side of this short break. Welcome back. The dead body of Sridevi The star who has entertained people for many decades has just arrived a short while back in Mumbai. What we'll do is we'll go to live pictures from Mumbai airport, where her family members have all arrived. Her daughter, her well-wishers, her relatives have all arrived to pay their last respects. Mari Shakil will be taking the story forward in Epicenter now.
Yes, Bhupen, Sridevi is making her final journey home after Dubai's prosecutor's office in fact ruled out any foul play in her death and released the body to her family. Family members including her filmmaker husband Boney Kapoor and stepson Arjun Kapoor are the one who are accompanying her from Dubai. Those are live visuals that are coming straight from Mumbai. And Sridevi, of course, known as India's first woman's superstar, quite literally, is survived by two daughters, Janvi and Khushi. Both of them are present at the airport, and the cremation of Sridevi will be taking place tomorrow. Anil Kapoor, her co-star, as well as her brother-in-law, is present at the Mumbai airport. The chartered plane, in fact, with mortal remains of Sridevi, has landed in Mumbai. The CISF crowd control personnel are present around the gate. Sridevi's daughters Janvi and Khushi are also there at the airport. This is the special chartered plane that left Dubai around 7 p.m. That's what a Mumbai airport officer had told us. It is expected that this plane has finally landed, and there is an ambulance that is waiting for her body to be taken to Boney Kapoor's residence, and the security has been stepped up on all the places. In fact, there was a complete details that have come for tomorrow. The condolence and last respect will be paid somewhere between 9:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. In Lokhandwala complex in Andheri in Mumbai tomorrow. And the last journey will commence at around 2 p.m. from Celebration Sports Club to Pawan Hans, and then there will be a cremation ceremony which will be taking place roughly around 3:30 p.m. Sridevi leaves behind a huge void in the film industry. Someone who was seen as India's first female superstar, someone who shouldered massive blockbusters on herself in the 1980s and 1990s. Chaitanya is joining us live from the airport. Chaitanya, the two daughters have come as well. When are the mortal remains likely to leave the Mumbai airport for Boney Kapoor's residence? The cremation of Sridevi will be taking place tomorrow. We will be going straight to Chaitanya in just a bit. Those are visuals coming from Mumbai airport. Massive security presence, CISF personnel deployed as well to ensure that the entire movement from the airport to Boney Kapoor's residence takes place smoothly, because over the last 72 hours we have seen massive crowd in terms of fans of Sridevi gathering to perhaps catch a last glimpse of their favorite superstar. Chaitanya is back with us. Chaitanya, you are at the Mumbai airport. The flight landed just a few minutes back, and finally the cremation will be taking place tomorrow. Who all are there from the family of Boney Kapoor to in fact take the mortal remains of Sridevi to his residence?
There is heavy security that has been deployed outside the gate number 8 of Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport. So this is the security that can be seen over here. Now, along with that, we also have the teams of Mumbai police that have been deployed, and this is the very same gate, in fact, from which we saw a few minutes ago Anil Kapoor as well as his daughter Sonam Kapoor also entered to receive the mortal remains of Sridevi. In fact, we have seen many VVIPs and also relatives of the Kapoor family entering from this very gate, this very door that can be seen over there. and that is in fact the black door, the black gate that we see from where the ambulance will arrive any moment from now. The aircraft carrying the mortal remains, also some members of the Kapoor family, has already landed at the airport, and the ambulance carrying the mortal remains will come out from this very same gate that can be seen over here. Along with that, it will also be followed by several members of the Kapoor family who have already come at the airport, and there are including Boney Kapoor, his son Arjun Kapoor, who are already in that aircraft. They will also come out along with the same ambulance. In fact, so this is the information that we are getting as of now. It is in fact it was expected that the ambulance will be out at 10 p.m. but now it's almost 2 minutes past 10, and
we will be connecting to Chaitanya in just a bit. There is a special corridor that has been built for ensuring that entire movement of the ambulance from the airport to Boney Kapoor's residence actually takes place smoothly without any movement, disturbance from the crowd perhaps. So proper crowd control and crowd management is also being ensured as well. You can see Amar Singh there, Anil Kapoor as well on your television screens, there to receive the mortal remains of India's superstar, one of the most loved female superstars, Sridevi, known for giving many blockbusters in the 1980s and 1990s, who will continue to be remembered for her consummate performance. She was someone who could not have been really bracketed as an actor. She delivered super hits in all perhaps genres, from comedy to romance to tragedy and also to drama. And here is a rather tragic end to that long journey, a long and incredible journey of superstar Sridevi. This is the final journey which has begun now as the mortal remains of Sridevi arrives from Dubai and has landed at the Mumbai airport. Family members of Sridevi have come to receive the mortal remains of Sridevi, and you can see the VIP cars there, all of them being present at the airport. So there is a corridor, what the Mumbai police is saying, that has been built to ensure that there is the movement from the airport to Boney Kapoor's residence takes place smoothly. Bollywood actor Sridevi in fact died in her hotel room on Saturday, and after proper procedures the body was finally handed over for embalming and that's what the Consulate General of Dubai had, Consulate General of India in Dubai had informed us, and that the body has been handed over to Boney Kapoor. That took place almost like 48 hours. There was a lot of conspiracy theories and questions being raised, but certainly there was no foul play. That has been completely ruled out, and Sridevi is now making the final journey home. She went to Dubai to attend Marwa's wedding event, and now there was an unfortunate circumstances under which she died, and now the family has gone to receive her mortal remains in Mumbai. We will be going straight to Chaitanya to get us details from what is happening really at Mumbai airport. You can see the family members there to receive Sridevi. The cremation ceremony in fact will be taking place tomorrow. She was quite a cult classic, someone who strengthened her position as an actor in the Hindi film industry, impressing the viewers and critics alike. Someone who was seen to have that supremely scintillating presence. Her energy was often talked about in terms of what she did, her comic moment, her emotions, her dance. She was India's dancing diva. And Sridevi, the tigress, quite literally, as Shekhar Kapoor has called her, was someone who actually was working with her male counterparts, but made them look really small in terms of her own performances in these massive hits that she delivered in the 1980s and 1990s. Radhika is joining us live from outside Boney Kapoor's residence. So, Radhika, we can see Anil Kapoor there in his black t-shirt We can see Amar Singh, a friend, a close family friend of Sridevi, also present at the airport. And now this final journey has begun of Sridevi, who left for Dubai a week or two back and is now returning for a final journey home.
That's right. After almost 72 hours of wait, finally, the mortal remains of Sridevi is returning back home, and after which it will be going to this particular private club in the morning where people can pay their last respects. At this point, I am outside Green Acres building where Boney Kapoor and Sridevi lived with their children. This is the residence where the body will be brought in some time. The mortal remains, we believe, have left the airport. We are not entirely sure. We know that the flight has landed. Most certainly it will leave the airport
In some time.
and now it will arrive. All right, what we are hearing is the body has already left the airport from another exit gate. We are not entirely certain, but this is the information that we are getting from some officials in aviation, that it has already left. So in some time, it will come outside. The vehicle will be arriving at Green Acres in Lokhandwala, which is where the mortal remains will be kept. Now at this point, there is, this place is a buzz. As you can see, there is a lot of media presence here, immense security arrangements, private security guards here, several police officials, including a DCP level officer here. In fact, we even saw many friends and family members entering the gate. A while ago, Javed Akhtar and Shabana Azmi entered. Manish Malhotra entered the premises, and several friends and family members have already entered the building and are inside the residence of Boney Kapoor and Sridevi. Any minute now, the mortal remains will reach this place, and tomorrow is when the ceremony, tomorrow is when the rituals will take place. The mortal remains will first go to just a few buildings away at this particular private club where people, including media, can pay their last respects, is what the wire of statement actually said, that people can pay their last respects for 3 hours inside that particular club, after which it will be taken
Radhika, how long will it take?
Cremation center.
Radhika, how long will it take for the convoy to reach the residence of Boney Kapoor? What is the distance like?
It's just about half an hour to 40 minutes at this time from the airport to this place. So it should take another half an hour or so from the Kalina side, which is the gate number 8. This is gate number 8 terminal, cargo terminal, from where the mortal remains will leave, and it will reach in another half an hour to 40 minutes. This is Lokhandwala. And as you can see, many visitors pouring in at this point, many vehicles entering this particular building. And just a while ago, we even saw a bunch of doctors going inside. We saw many people taking some of the materials for the final rituals also. That's also gone inside. So this place is abuzz with activities, a lot of media presence here, and of course security arrangements. As you can see, there is a tight security arrangement here, private security guards and police all over this place. So this is the scene out here. So we're just waiting for the mortal remains to arrive. What we are hearing is that it has left the airport from gate number A. We are not entirely certain, but this is what some of the officials
let me
are
get
confirming
that confirmation,
to us, that it has actually left the...
Let me get that confirmation from Chaitanya, who's joining us on the phone line. Chaitanya, what are you picking up? Has Sridevi's mortal remains left the airport for Boney Kapoor's residence, where it is likely to remain the whole night?
Well, the information that we are getting right now is that the ambulance carrying the mortal remains of Sridevi has left the airport from A1. A1 is what is the information that we are getting as of now. Looking at the entire crowd that had gathered outside gate 8, gate number 8 of the Mumbai International Airport, the decision was taken and the ambulance was taken out from that particular entrance exit gate, that is A1, and the other family members and several others who had come to receive the mortal remains left from this particular gate, that is gate number 8 of the airport. So this is the information that we are getting as of now, and there is huge police deployment, in fact, at this particular gate. Looking at the VVIP movement that happened over here, that was the reason the security was beefed up. Along with that, there were hundreds of people, in fact, who have gathered outside this particular gate, who are still here, hoping to get one last glimpse of the mortal remains of the actress, and that is the reason the police did not want to take any sort of risk at this point of time, looking at the crowd that had gathered here, and that is the reason this decision was taken, and the ambulance has moved out from the airport and is heading towards the residence of Boney Kapoor in Lokhandwala, and where the body, in fact, where the mortal remains of Sridevi will be kept. And tomorrow, in fact, is according to the schedule, the mortal remains will be kept for public viewing, where several people can come and pay homage, after which the final journey of Sridevi will take place.
Yes, Chaitanya, and what kind of security arrangements are in place? Because we believe that the CISF crowd control personnel were present to ensure that there is no trouble to the daughters of Sridevi and other family members who were trying to be there at the airport. We believe there is also a special corridor that has been created to ensure that the entire movement from the airport to her residence is actually a short one. They'll be able to cover that distance in a shorter span of time.
Well, exactly, that is what was done, because looking at the crowd that had gathered outside gate number 8, because initially it was said that being the VVIP exit gate and entry gate, in fact, this will be the gate that will be used for the movement of this particular ambulance. But then overall, looking at the crowd, the CISF personnel who were deployed over here, along with that, the teams of Mumbai police that have been deployed over here to control the crowd, it started getting difficult looking at the overall crowd that started gathering over here. So it was quite difficult even for the police and even for any vehicle movement at this point of time in this particular area, this particular gate, that is from the gate number 8 of the Mumbai International Airport. And that is the reason, looking at the overall security, the decision was taken that the ambulance will be taken out from the gate A1, in fact, A1 gate of the Chhatrapati Shivaji International Airport, and that has happened now, and that was completely kept confidential because the police was looking into this special corridor that they had to create. Apart from that, they did not wanted the same trouble that they are facing over here.
Those are the visuals.
Number 8, because there are large number
That
of
is
people
the convoy.
who have gathered.
That is the convoy that is moving in this green corridor that has been created to ensure that the journey actually takes place, and the entire journey is there's no problem, because there's a lot of crowd that had gathered for the last 72 hours at multiple places, at the home of Boney Kapoor, at home of Anil Kapoor, and all of them wanting to know as to when Sridevi will be making a final journey. Someone who has had an untimely death. At the age of 54, India has lost a talented, supremely talented superstar, someone who will be remembered for her cinema, her charm, and will continue to be this seen as this perfect dancing diva and everything perfect about her life, perhaps. And now Sridevi making that final journey home. That is the ambulance and the entire green that is moving in this green corridor. That is a convoy that is moving now, which will be reaching Boney Kapoor's residence in just 15 to 20 minutes from now. The final journey in terms of cremation and condolence will take place tomorrow. The details that have been put out by the family members of Sridevi is that the condolence and last respect, which is essentially it will be open for public to come and pay their last respects, the last homage to one of the most loved female actresses of India, will be around 9:30 a.m. to 12:30. That will be at Celebration Sports Complex in Andheri West in Mumbai. There would be also a cremation ceremony which will be taking place thereafter. So, untimely demise of a veteran actor has left a huge void in the film industry. there has been a lot of speculation, but clearly as far as the family is concerned, their privacy should have been respected. It's a tough time for Khushi Kapoor and Janhvi Kapoor, the two daughters of Sridevi. The entire family of Sridevi, many members of them actually went to receive this mortal remains of their beloved family member to finally have this final journey home. Radhika, who all are there at her residence now? You were telling us about Javed Akhtar and Shabana Azmi.
That's right. We saw Javed Akhtar entering, we saw Shabana Azmi entering, we saw Manish Malhotra entering, and many friends and family members as well entering. Well, at this time, these are the celebrities we saw enter this particular gate. You know, I'll just ask my cameraman to pan so that I can show you a sense of what is going on here. As you can see, immense security arrangement here. This is the building where Boney Kapoor and Sridevi lived with their daughters, and the security arrangement is completely, the security arrangement is completely beefed up here, and you can see media personnel, many from the media fraternity all around, private security guards as well as police officials. You can see on the right, they're waiting for the mortal remains to come. They have taken their position. As you can see, the vehicle will be reaching any time now. And there you have DCP level officials also standing there and keeping a watch for that convoy that will be coming here any time now. So this is the scene here. In fact, over the last couple of days, there have been so many fans pouring into this particular residence of Boney Kapoor's and Sridevi's. To catch a glimpse of the actor, hoping that her mortal remains will come. But it took them 72 hours. It took more than 72 hours for the mortal remains to reach Mumbai. And now what we are hoping is that the fans now are hoping to catch a glimpse of the actor at least tomorrow in that particular place where the body will be kept for viewing. It is just three gates away that the public viewing of Sridevi's mortal remains will be, and it will be there for 3 hours. Now, as far as the schedule is concerned, it will start at 9:30 tomorrow, which will go on till 12:30 when fans, family members and friends, of course, can pay their last respects, and after which there will be a small procession from where the body will be lying to the cremation ground. So a procession for about an hour, after which the cremation will take place at about 3:30 p.m. So that's when her body, that's when Sridevi will be put to rest. Finally, at about 3:30 p.m. is when cremation will take place. At this point, this is the scene outside Boney Kapoor's and Sridevi's residence. You can see immense security here. People have taken their position as the convoy will enter this particular place anytime. There you can see police officials gathered here. They've been here since the last 2 days, trying to control the crowd and traffic here. Private security guards who've been here also for the last 2 days, trying to control the crowd. And so many fans have been visiting this place over the last 2 days, Maria. I mean, it's unbelievable the number of fans that have been coming here from all across the country, from Indore, from Lucknow, from Rajasthan, from so many places in the country, from Delhi as well. Many fans had been coming with their families to catch a glimpse of the actor.
What a phenomenal
over the last 72 hours. Now it's been
actor she was. What a phenomenal actor she was. What a phenomenal actor she was. Almost seen as a classic screen goddess there. A combination of beauty, mystery and intrigue. And she was quite the one who would lit up the screen with her vivacity and her charm. And extremely and fiercely a private person as well at the same time. Sridevi, who acted in over 300 films, that her career spanning over 5 decades, and seen as someone who could just carry off any act with a lot of grace, and from films like Chalbaz to Mr. India to Lamhe, and now Sridevi leaving India in a state of shock. For the last 72 hours, the country is mourning the death of its beloved actor, who died at the age of 54. She featured in close to 350 films in at least 5 Indian languages. She held her own position as a leading lady, a box office magnate from the 1970s to the late 1990s. She had a hugely successful box office presence, and what a journey it has been. You know, as we see that final journey, the convoy of Sridevi carrying the mortal remains of Sridevi actually reached the Boney Kapoor, Mr. Boney Kapoor's residence, Radhika. You know, it is also a tribute to what a phenomenal journey that Sridevi has had. I mean, she is someone who was seen as India's first female superstar, quite literally an actor, because many people that I speak to, they started saying that for the first time they made the term actor as gender neutral, because before that women stars were seen as actresses. Sridevi was quite literally an actor. Radhika.
Absolutely, her accomplishment in the film industry is phenomenal, not just in Bollywood but also across all the South Indian languages, be it Malayalam, Tamil or Kannada or Telugu. Her accomplishment has been phenomenal, no doubt about it. One of the reasons why she has such a huge fan following. In fact, over the last 3 days, the number of fans who've been pouring in this particular building, it's just unbelievable. In fact, there were people coming from all over the country. We are not just talking about all parts of Maharashtra, but we are talking about places as far as, you know, Delhi, Rajasthan, Indore, so many places. So these are the kind of people that we saw, you know, coming with their wives and kids just to catch a glimpse of the star. So clearly, you know, her accomplishments are nothing less than incredible, nothing less than enviable. One of the reasons why her you know, untimely demise, in fact, left all of us shocked. You know, who would have thought that you know, she had gone for a wedding, and then you know, then after that there was announcement of her death, which left us shocked. And this whole wait for 3 days, it's nothing less than excruciating. Because we initially it was said that it was a heart attack, it was a cardiac arrest, and then we hear that it was accidental drowning. So the kind of twists and turns that this death itself took over the last 3 days has left everybody you know, distressed and shocked. Clearly that's the kind of reaction that we were getting from fans over the last 3 days as to, you know, initially how could she die? I mean, she was so healthy, she kept herself fit, and then how could she die was the first reaction. And then about her you know, this accidental drowning, how did that happen? And of course the questions about why was there such a delay, and so many conspiracy theories being floated about her death, so many speculations about her death. All that was being discussed by so many people here, including fans and general public outside of this building over the last 3 days. I'd like to once again show you around. This is the kind of security arrangement that you're seeing here. Private security guards have taken position, several from the Mumbai police as well who've taken position, waiting for the convoy to come inside Green Acres, which is the residence of Boney Kapoor. This is the place where Sridevi, Boney Kapoor and their daughters live. And this is what you see here. Security beefed up. It's been beefed up since the last 2 days, and now the number of security guards, number of police officials has increased over the last couple of hours because the convoy will be entering any minute into this particular building. Look at the number of media personnel here. It's been a buzz with media personnel, and these are not just media companies in Mumbai, but there are people who've come from Andhra Pradesh, who've come from Karnataka, who've come from Kerala. So media from across the country who've
certainly it's a news that is
here.
Tragic. It's a tragic news. It's an unbelievable news. Sridevi, all of 54, veteran actress, died on Saturday from cardiac arrest while attending a family wedding in Dubai. Actor Kamal Haasan, her first ever co-star, who described Sridevi as a hard-working and talented actress, recalls his last meeting, and he talks about how that meeting was just a month ago. There are a lot of remembrance, a lot of condolence messages that are pouring in, a lot of tributes that are pouring in for this phenomenal actor that Sridevi truly was. Let me go to Vinaya now, who's joining us from outside Anil Kapoor's residence. Vinaya, Anil Kapoor, in fact, was seen at the airport to, in fact, receive the mortal remains of Sridevi. Who all are there at his residence right now?
Yes, Maria, right now most of the family members have already left the place. As we all know that Boney Kapoor and Sridevi's daughters have already left. So has Sonam Kapoor, Arjun Kapoor, all have already headed out. But what we can see here is a large deployment of police personnel and huge number of fans slowly gathering outside, a mammoth gathering of fans slowly here, shock written large on their faces. All they want is to pay their condolences and see their superstar so that they can have a sense of closure. Though it has been told that the mortal remains of Sridevi are going to go to Boney Kapoor's house, but people in the sense of anticipation have already been gathering here. The police are trying to manage the crowd. They are trying to tell people to disperse, to go away. But as we can see, that's clearly not working. If one group of persons goes away, there's another group of persons coming down here. People are coming down with their small babies, wives in the tow, old mothers in the tow. But people are definitely coming here, even as the police are trying to disperse them and trying to manage the crowd. Also, guests are slowly walking out of the house. We saw Poonam Dhillon walk out just a few minutes ago. Some other guests also walking out of the house a few minutes ago. So in that sense, there are a few family members still inside, but most of the people have already left for Boney Kapoor's residence. Some are already at the airport still. What we see here though is large police deployment and fans trickling in huge numbers.
And let me go to Radhika now. Radhika, I have been reading multiple obituaries of Sridevi, and all of them are talking about her screen presence, how she has had an extraordinary career in Bollywood, someone who came from South Indian cinema, someone who actually maintained that name of Sridevi, who was known by her first name like most South Indian actors, and she was very, very different. I mean, she is someone who had, filmed herself in 5 Indian languages. That's quite phenomenal. And it's also to remember this actor again and again for the body of work that she leaves behind.
Absolutely. She's had an extraordinary career, no doubt, spanning 50 years. That's what we are talking about. Starting from Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and then coming to Bollywood and making a mark here. Absolutely enviable career, as far as, Sridevi's, span of career is concerned, that last 50 years. Well, this is what people have to say, that most of the fans that I was talking to, they had only one thing to say, that she was not just an actor, she was a performer. That's something that they had to say, and they would,